to find Mantay. I just graduated university and I really wanted to find somewhere in South America where I could better my Spanish and gain experience and figure out what I want to do in life. And I researched a lot on the computer and had a lot of trouble finding somewhere where I thought I could really explore what I wanted to do. And finally I had a friend who recommended Proyecto Peru, which is a school in Cusco that's a Spanish school and also places volunteers. And I looked on the Proyecto Peru website, and when I saw the placement for Mantay, I knew it was perfect because I always wanted to work with adolescents, and I did a lot of research in university on homeless mothers. So Mantay kind of fit exactly what I was looking for and what I had knowledge in. And it also had opportunities for social work as well as psychology, which is what I was looking for. So that's how I got to know Mantay, and it was definitely perfect for what I was looking for because I didn't know if I wanted to do social work or psychology. And I was able to work with Carmen, the social worker, and I was also able to form therapies here and take both sides and decide what it is that really fit me. Yeah. I've done a lot of different jobs in the house because I came here wanting to experience different things to find what it was that I was looking for. So I've rotated like a volunteer and spent a lot of time in the guarderia with the babies. I also spent a lot of time as a social educator. I used to follow Carmen, who is the social worker, so I would leave the house with her and see what the process is like with the law and kind of like the communication with the girls outside of the house. I also spent 3 months being the teacher for the 3 to 5-year-olds when they were on summer vacation, which was something that I wasn't expecting to do, and it was very hard but very rewarding. We had no one else to do it, and I took the role, but I've never worked with kids before, and I always wanted to work with teenage girls, because I feel like we really relate, but I have no idea how to work with a 3-year-old boy. And it was very challenging, but I think that it was a great experience because it taught me how much I love working with children. And it also gave me a chance to develop a program for the kids and incorporate a little bit of my own knowledge into helping them. So I tried to take normal playtime outside and teach them things that are important for their development that I've learned in school, such as social motor skills, different kind of cognitive skills, gross motor skills, and I also try to incorporate a lot of emotional and social work into it, which is hard for 3 to 5-year-olds, but at the same time, they really respond well to it. You have to do it in a creative way, of course. For example, they have a lot of behavioral issues, and to try and get them to know how to relax, we would do meditation activities where we imitate animals, like a butterfly. And they loved it. And at the end of the activity, they are so much more calm and willing to learn. So it was a really great experience because I got to work a lot on emotions, which is kind of what my goal was, as well as different behavioral issues and just a little bit of respect, which I think 3 to 5-year-olds generally lack. And I felt like I built a really great relationship with the kids because it was a small group. And at the end of it, I felt really good about it. And I also work with the mothers, and I've created, once a week or so, I would do creative therapies with them, which I tackled all different kinds of subjects. I waited until I could really see what the problems were in the house and what they needed, and I tried to create my workshops around that. So we've done a lot of things on self-esteem, where we would do different things through art or through dance. Also different things just on learning basic emotions and learning how to express those emotions in a group setting, and trying to strengthen the bonds between the relationships of the girls and just give them the power to talk about how they feel inside. And I also tried to work a bit on the relationship between the mother and child. So these are the kinds of workshops I would create, and I would try and do them through any kind of creative form, whether that be theater or through collage or just corporal movement. And sometimes they worked really well, and sometimes they didn't work so well. And it was a whole nother battle figuring out how to work in a workshop like in this sense, and completely change it depending on the mood of the girls of the day, and not stick to an exact plan, and go with how everyone's feeling and make something work. And that was really much harder than I thought it would be in Spanish, but I think that I learned so much from it. And I think that from the beginning of my stay, when I came to Mantay, from now, I can't tell you how much I've changed. Because I came in a 22-year-old young girl with little experience and not very strong Spanish, very shy, with so many ideas that I wanted to do, but no means of doing it. And I think that I feel like I've really accomplished what I came here to do, and really grown as a person myself to be able to accomplish those things. Because I thought I was ready, and I came in and realized, wow, it's much harder to do something than to study it. Well, like I said, I feel like I've grown so much, and I'm really carrying a lot home with me. Because here in Mantay, I decided what I want to do in my career path in my life, which was my goal, which is a really big thing I'm bringing home with me. Because I came here not knowing if I wanted to do social work or something with psychology, and not knowing what I wanted to do. And I'm leaving here knowing exactly what I want to do, knowing I love to do it, and with a lot of motivation to keep learning and improve myself more, and with a really clear mindset of what I want in my life, which is something really great that I got from Mantay. But I'm also bringing back so much love. I think that being in Mantay helped me improve my self-love for myself. Seeing the way these girls are so happy, and they don't dwell on the past or the future, and they just live in the present, and they live day by day so happy. And they aren't these broken girls that you would expect them to be. And they have so much self-love, it radiates off of them. And I think that I learned that that's just the way you have to be, and that you don't need to dwell on the past or the future. And I grew a lot in my own heart for myself, which allowed me to love everyone around me so much more. And it allowed me to get very close with the girls as well as my co-workers. And I've made a family here in Mantay. Really. With Raquel, with Sergio, with my co-workers, with the girls, and I've even found a love here. And I can't say how much Mantay has touched my heart. And I'll bring home with me this love that they have in this house that makes Mantay so special, and I want to bring it to the world.